Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is a Connected Communities with Brian J. and Laura Lee.
Woo! Good morning. We're starting
Morning.
off hot.
I forgot where I was.
Starting off hot today. I like it. I like it.
Yeah. The sun is amazing.
I
I'm pretty
know.
excited. All the
It's
snow is
been
melted.
so
Are you
good.
in a river?
It hasn't been too rivery. If it rained right now, it would become a swamp. I think
Okay,
that's the only thing that has saved it from becoming too rivery.
got it. Got it. Well, before we dive into this, we want to be professional and we want to make sure that we thank our sponsors. As you can see, the nice little slideshow, so we can make sure that you remember who takes care of us so they can take care of you, right? So, first and foremost, we have Apollo, right? So, you have our app. If you haven't downloaded the app to be able to listen to us online as well, feel free to do that with connecting connections and more. Number two, we have Dance Fam Studio, right? You got a chance to chat with Kristen or listen as we chatted with Kristen and Slav 3 weeks ago. They're doing amazing things in Cleveland as well as in Toledo. Next on the list is going to be the bookkeeping landlord. So Shelly, who unfortunately we're trying to get in here a little sooner so you can meet her as well. She owns and operates a bookkeeping agency, obviously, with a specialization in property management, real estate. She was in the construction field as well, so she's one of those was it jack of all trades, master of
Of
most.
none. Yeah, exactly. Love it.
Ah, see,
Master of Nost. I haven't heard. So, okay,
yeah,
I haven't heard that one.
yeah, I just created it.
Oh, okay. That would be why I haven't heard of it then.
Yeah. So Google it, Wikipedia, whatever you got to do. We're gonna make it. We're branding it, okay?
Yeah.
And then we also have the contact farmer. You guys know Matthew. He's the one that delivers a hug on a piece of paper, right? A hug and a card. A hug and a
A hug and a card.
hug and a card, or a piece of paper, right? I guess I just
I
bought
mean,
a
that's what a card
recycled
is.
birthday card. I was very excited with myself.
Oh, very
And then
nice.
last but not least, if you need it clean, Stratus Building Solutions can take care of that for your commercial needs. So thank you, sponsors, Apollo, the bookkeeping landlord, the contact farmer, Dance Fam Studio, and Stratus Building Solutions. Thank you.
Thank y'all.
Laura, here's my struggle, and I struggled with this.
Yes.
The bookkeeping landlord and the contact farmer, do you
Yeah.
alphabetize them as the word the? Or do
Oh,
you advertise? Do you? Because I'm all alphabetical, right? Because we want to make sure that we are
right.
equal with our love and our sponsors. And I struggle because I'm like, do I count the? Do I not count the?
No, I don't think you count the. I would toss the and go based on the first letter. That's what I
Okay.
would do.
Okay.
But
Good
so
to know.
here's a harder one. When you're
Yeah.
alphabetizing when you're alphabetizing other stuff for your when you get to a MIC, an MC, do you
Yeah.
put that at the beginning of the M's or in the middle or after the MAs?
Gotcha. It goes after
Mhm.
the MAs.
You're correct. You're
Yeah.
correct. Good job. Yeah, at
Yeah.
least in my world anyway,
Right.
and that's what
Yeah.
matters. So
Listen, I am the king of the Dewey Decimal System. Okay. Majority of you folks don't know it. All you know is what you type in and it pops up on your screen. We did not have that.
no, we did not. We did not. Although like straight up, I don't remember. I remember learning that, and I remember the cards and having to do all that. I don't remember anything like how the decimal system is actually like applied though. That's been whew.
906
But
dot
I do
543
exactly.
dot
Exactly. But you
JK.
know what? I promise if you put the game Oregon Trail in front of me right now, I could probably play that.
I had pneumonia every day. Okay.
Oh,
I
right.
didn't eat.
Dysentery. hmm
I
It
love
was
that.
the dysentery for me. It's fine.
Oh, that's so funny. Oregon Trail. Ooh, Captain Power. We sat in
Nope.
front of
I
the
don't remember that
television.
one.
Yeah, this was probably 87, 88. We would sit in front of the TV with this jet, and it had a cockpit, and the rays from the TV would hit the thing, and then the guy would fly out of the cockpit.
No
Like,
way.
I have a
That
picture of my
sounds
father when I say
amazing.
sitting on the dining or sitting on the coffee table. Yeah, Captain Power. We should look. I'm gonna look that up as we talk.
Yeah, no,
Captain.
that sounds awesome. I don't think I've heard of that before, but that's like, yeah, it's the same concept of the duck hunt gun, you know what I mean? So
Exactly.
it's not like it's unheard of technology, which like still to this day, the duck hunt gun being a thing in like the 80s, like come on, that
Pretty
is some
amazing.
revolutionary technology, if we're honest, like if we really think about it. Oh, here we
There
go.
it
Oh
is.
my gosh.
Captain
Wow.
Power.
Yeah, that is not ringing, that is not hitting it at all for me, but that is so amazing.
Yep. Listen,
That
I
is
love
so
me my
cool.
Captain Power. Captain Power.
Yes.
I watched that right after Thunder, Thunder, Thundercat.
Thundercats. Yes, for
You want
sure.
to know what else I'd also watch in between that?
Gem and the holograms.
Because that
Mm-hmm.
was truly outrageous.
Yes,
Listen,
obviously.
I loved the story of Jerica and Jim. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
Okay, it was the soap opera because
right,
look
exactly.
synergy. Look, this is.
Oh my gosh. He can't even, he's wheezing, folks. He's wheezing.
So every I apologize, sponsors.
Oh
Every
no.
year we would have to draw this no smoking thing, right? Like we had to do a
Oh yeah, yeah,
cartoon
yeah. For
for
sure.
like no smoking. And they'd always pick people in each grade and put on like the TV that would
Yeah.
go flashing it. And they'd put them in the newspaper for third, fourth, fifth, and sixth grade. I themed mine on Jim and the Holocaust
Yes. Okay.
with the star,
Yeah.
with the earrings.
No way, dude. That's you were playing it right because that was a very popular cartoon. You were
Right?
trying to get on airtime during the cartoon time. No, you were playing to the mass
I
media. It was a
realized I knew
very
my
smart.
audience. Okay,
Exactly,
I knew my
exactly. It was
audience.
smart marketing. It was smart marketing. That's what it was. Like, don't
They
worry about it.
pulled
You're
mine
fine.
every year. I was
Yeah.
on TV.
There you go. See? It
Did
won.
you see the movie Jim and the Holograms?
No, I mean, I know that they did one, but I could not bring myself to see it because,
I watched 15 minutes of it and I
yeah,
walked away. But
right.
I've
And
seen
you're
really
like,
bad movies. So everyone
well,
that
yeah,
knows me knows
Twilight.
knows I love Kelly Clarkson, right?
Yes, yeah.
Love her. So I went to the movie theater in
Did you see From
Monroe.
Justin to Kelly? Oh my
Yeah,
God.
yeah. We listen,
In a
listen, this is how
movie
bad it was.
theater? In a
We
movie
went to the Monroe Theater because that was the only one seeing it or
theater?
showing
Yeah.
it. Me, Susan, a 6-year-old girl, and her grandmother.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I've seen every Twilight movie except for the first one at midnight releases. So
Yeah,
like
but there were people there. There were people
there
at those.
there were people, they were all pre-aged girls, and then there was like me and my drunk friends. So like that I and again, where the premise is terrible movies.
Well, let me ask you
Twilight's
this.
terrible movies.
Susan would drag me
Yeah.
once every, I don't know, 12 to 18 months
Mm-hmm.
to Meyer at midnight.
Oh yeah, to get the books.
Yep.
Yep, yeah. See, I hopped onto Twilight late. I got on after the first
Oh,
movie
no, no,
came
no,
out.
not those books. Not those books.
Oh,
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter books. Well, okay, now
There'd be
that's
cake at
legit.
Meyer. Like they
Yeah,
had a whole
yeah.
event.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. But I see, same for Harry Potter, is I got onto the Harry Potter thing way late, after the
Okay.
books were already done. So I didn't get to I think I got to go to the midnight premiere for the part 2 of the Deathly Hallows movie, which is the last
Okay.
movie. So I hopped in on a Harry Potter late. But Twilight, they were still releasing books, but I didn't go to any book releases. I thought about it, but I saved it because you can't. So here's the thing: we knew the story was bad. Like we're not. It's not like Harry Potter where it's good. We knew the story was bad, so it's like it's one thing to go to the movies drunk where there's a bar at the movie theater. So it's like it happens, but it's another thing to go to a bookstore book signing, book release drunk with like children. So we never did
Barnes and
that.
Noble.
Exactly. Right. Exactly. We never
Bougie it up a
quite did
little bit,
that.
right?
Right. Right. Oh my gosh, yeah. But I mean, hey, listen, and a lot of people would say that the Marvel movies are bad and that comic books are bad. I think that those people are 100% wrong. But people can make that argument. And so, we all just have the things that we love no matter what. Like, I am diehard still on Grey's Anatomy. Listen, I get it. After that singing episode, I know, I understand, but I still love it. I love Shonda Rhimes. We all
I
have
used
our
to fall
things.
asleep to that episode.
Oh my God,
Okay.
the musical episode, yeah,
When Bailey is pulling the bag and she's about to have her moment, like I know
yes,
that episode,
it's so cheesy and bad, but I don't care.
right?
I
And
do not
Callie's hair
care.
looks good. Like when
I
she,
know.
it
I
just
know
look
when
good.
she's got that short bob, yeah,
Yeah.
that's one of her best hairstyles for sure.
Well, I think it's Arizona's too. I'm just rewatching it now, and her and April's relationship are starting to form. They just had she just had sex with
Oh yeah.
whatchamacallit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm sorry if we spoiled it for you, Grays
I
fans, but that
know
was like
this
season 9.
years, yeah, years and years ago.
Yeah, well, that was right after the plane crash. Okay,
Right, exactly, exactly.
but
Dirks,
right, but not before the breakdown.
right.
I mean, Meredith has had a bomb,
Oh
right? Let's
yeah,
be honest. Plane
she's
crash. She
plane
drowned.
crash. She drowned. Yeah, for
She went
sure.
through labor in the dark.
Superstorm. Yeah, exactly. She's had a
Anytime
life.
anyone gets pregnant, I'm like, oh man, you're screwed.
I know. Like, what's gonna happen?
Yeah.
What's gonna happen here?
Yeah. It's like, here's the thing. You never see anyone in a car when it's rainy because you know what's going to happen. They're going over a
Exactly.
cliff. Their body will never be found,
Right.
and you'll find them in 3 years. They'll be back.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. That's well, right. And it's like the show's based in Seattle, but most times when they're outside, it's like sunny and nice, except for when something bad's gonna happen, and then it's
Right.
windy, and rainy, and you're
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, I see what's coming. But
Yeah.
you know what? Listen, Shonda Rhimes is gonna be starting her whole little Shonda Kingdom on Netflix.
It's already started.
She's
Have
already
you
started
watched
with Bridgerton.
So I wanted to get into that so bad, right?
Yeah.
So bad. I watched 2 episodes and I couldn't follow it. I didn't know what they were saying.
So that I've heard that it's like WandaVision. You got to get to episode 3. I watched episode 1, and because in like episode 1 is just so much going on, it's like it literally exhausted me and I had to take a nap. So like I'm to the point I'm still at my point in the pandemic where like I'm with my comfort characters. I can't let new characters into the world
Yeah.
yet. I'm still like baby stepping and watching episodes here and there of Schitt's Creek. I haven't even watched that whole show
Me
yet.
too. I'm
So,
watching Schitt's Creek and Gracie and something.
oh,
Frankie and
Frankie and
Gracie.
Grace. Yes, I've heard that's a really good one too.
So
But
good.
again, I just, haven't been able to there's too much stress in the world. I haven't been able to open my heart to new characters yet. Maybe
Well,
when
let's talk about that stress.
You know what? That's what I was going to say. President Biden with some big, big words
Oh,
yesterday. Yeah. So there might be enough vaccine for every adult who wants to be vaccinated by the end of May. I like literally got up, did a lap around here, like did a happy dance. Like I can't.
yeah.
He said by the end of May. I said, "Whoo, really? Please, you
Yeah.
promise?"
I mean, things are already starting to pop up, right? Event
Yeah.
centers have stated that up to 300 people with measures in place.
Yep.
So I definitely think by this summer you're going to see some things.
Yeah.
Although, listen, I'm just letting everyone know I'm camping this summer. I'm not doing
Yeah.
anything indoors yet. Okay.
Well, so I did, I did book myself a trip. I am gonna get on an airplane, but
Oh, okay.
it's at the end of May, so maybe have a vaccine shot in. But I've read studies, and it's the airports that you have to worry about. The airplanes, because of how much ventilation they have, it's not that big of a deal. Plus, and I'm flying out of Toledo, so that's, you know, a
Gotcha.
very small
Cuts it in
airport.
half.
And exactly. So and I'm gonna double mask, but yeah, I just like, it's the end of May. It'll be the end of my first year of grad school. My it'll be the week my divorce is final. I've just like, I
Nice.
decided like, I can't take it anymore. I have to leave. I have to go somewhere.
Yeah.
So I'm
Are
going to
we allowed to
Florida to
know where you're going?
yeah, I'm going to St. Pete Beach in Florida to see my oldest friend Amy. You know, it's just been, it's something, so I haven't seen her in a couple of years. Oh well,
Yeah,
I've seen her here, up here. I haven't gone to see her in Florida in a few years, so it's like
sure.
perfect reason. Let's go. Need to get out of here. And you know, doing it on Allegiant, you know, it's super cheap. You know, the whole, it's a long weekend, rent a car and everything, and it was, you know, really only a couple
Nice.
$100. So it's like,
Oh God. Yeah, well, Andrew won't go anywhere if it's not on Spirit, I think. Sprint,
okay,
one of them. That
Spirit,
$29
yes,
flight.
yeah,
Like you have a bag like this
yeah.
for
I
three
mean, that's kind
days.
of what Allegiant is, basically. Yeah.
Nice.
But
Well,
I
that'll be
mean, you
fun.
know,
Are you
yeah,
gonna go
it's like,
live? Live with Laura.
ah, it'll be there for a long weekend, but you know, yeah, maybe we'll see. We'll see what sort of shenanigans we get into, because you know, beaches. Gosh, I just can't wait to see a beach, and
Right.
honestly, just see something that's not Ohio or Michigan. Like, no
Yeah.
shade, but it's just, you
Something
know,
different.
yeah, this coming on the year mark of the pandemic is really like,
10
really
days.
amped. I know it's really starting to amp up my like, just my feeling of claustrophobia, I guess would be the best way of saying it. Like, which just, and my classes this semester are just like, whew, kicking my butt, kicking my butt, you know. This is what I imagined grad school classes would be like. And I
Yeah.
just had an easy first semester. So by the time that's over, that semester's over, I'm gonna be ready to go. Ready to go. What about you guys? I know you're more like sort of staycation-y, sort of do more
I
things around
am.
here.
So Andrew and we try to take monthly getaways. Um, so with saying that, we are heading to Indiana, which I'm pretty excited about. I haven't been there on vacay, and we're staying at 100-acre horse farm.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's in between two lakes, and there's a beach somewhere there. Plus, there is a auto museum that he wanted to go to because
Okay.
he's into cars. I know I'm not into cars. It is what it is. I like the way they look, but I am more excited about going to, drum roll please. They have a windmill museum.
Oh my gosh. That is so exciting.
It's for $225. We get to tour.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool. Windmill Museum.
windmill
Excellent.
museum.
Excellent. That
I'm
sounds,
excited
yeah.
about the
Good.
windmill museum, though. Let me
I'm
be
glad
honest.
you're excited about it. Good. It's the little things in life.
It is. It is the little things in life. Um, but it's cool. We get to bring Rocco. We a beautiful facility. It's actually a vet uh on this property. So
Oh, cool.
yeah, I've been really getting into the Airbnbs. Have you been to an
Yeah.
Airbnb? Yeah.
I have not booked many of them. My stepmom is super into that. She actually wants to, so my parents' house is like, they're on the river, and there's a lot next door to them that's just a vacant lot. And my stepmom's like wanted for years to buy that lot because she thinks that somebody's gonna buy it. And she doesn't want to have a neighbor.
Sure.
So like, she wants to buy the lot and then expand their garage so they can have a 2-car garage. And now she was telling me last night, her plan to pay for it, to have the project pay for itself, is to build a little efficiency on top and Airbnb it, because there's a house, they live right on River Road, right on, their backyard is to the river, and there's a house 2 doors down that's an Airbnb, and is constantly booked.
Oh yeah.
Who would think an Airbnb in Toledo, Ohio would, cash it out like that? But apparently this one does, because they have the river access,
Yep.
and you can, I personally wouldn't, but I have seen people kayak and paddleboard and swim
Oh yeah.
and swim
Well,
in the
listen,
Maumee
when
River.
I go to Pennsylvania, um, I will I'll look at Airbnbs now,
Yeah.
right? Instead of staying in a hotel. So when I
Oh
would
yeah.
travel out and see my friends, absolutely. I mean, we stayed one that had a jacuzzi. And it was so nice outside. Um,
Oh,
yeah. I love the jacuzzis. Like anytime I can get myself in a jacuzzi, I'm good. But I'm excited over it. And I just found a kayak for $89. So I gotta buy two.
mm,
Yeah, so I'm pretty excited.
that's really inexpensive.
It's
Kayaks are crazy.
about $400. I mean, this is
Yeah.
just a basic one, right? It's an outside one, so I like the
Yeah.
inside ones. Andrew is petrified of anything canoe-like, so it has to have full access.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
he
I
doesn't know how to
looked for.
swim.
Oh, really? It's
I
not.
know. I'm like, really? How do you... Listen, he is
I
six
mean,
four. Like, I mean,
oh, so he doesn't. I mean, the situations where he needs to learn how to swim are limited. You can touch.
correct. So his fear is being stuck inside of a kayak.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, yeah. No, I have looked up paddle boards to get, those stand-up paddle boards
Yeah,
to have at my ex-mother-in-law's cottage up in Michigan. And I was like, okay, what? How
yeah.
you want how much for these? Just
Yeah, they're like
kidding.
400, $600.
Yeah,
Right. So
for
like I was
sure.
all excited when I saw it for 89.
Oh,
Um,
absolutely.
yeah, and it fits my weight. So I'm like, even better. Like
Even
I don't have to
better.
like duct tape two of them.
Get out of here.
Look, now it's tandem.
Oh my
Well,
goodness.
because we go tandem with Jackson. Like I don't let
Yeah,
him by himself yet.
right,
Um,
right.
Now I did let him by himself. We have two, I gotta say this slow, water rafts. Okay, we have two water rafts, and I did do that, but I had a string that or rope that had to be
Mm.
tied with his. So we were able to connect. And listen, if anyone's ever been down to Mary Thurston Park, the waves are not that bad. Don't judge me, okay?
Right, right.
The
Yeah,
water comes up to my knees, okay?
yeah.
So we're good. We're not in the crazy waterfalls. He's not going crazy, and he's almost 10.
Is he
Okay,
almost 10? Oh my
almost.
gosh.
He'll be 10 next month. Yeah,
Wow.
I know. I don't.
10. That's crazy. It's yeah, once they hit the double digits, that's when I just like, oh, wait,
His
really? You're
sister
like a
just turned
person.
15.
Oh my
15.
gosh.
And I was with
Wow.
her when she was 4.
Wow.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
like, what?
I know. I know. My niece can get her driver's license this year, and it's just like, no, 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 no. I remember when you were just this tiny little wee little baby.
Yeah.
I could just hold you just like this. Like, no, you're not driving. Ugh.
Speaking of driver's license, when does yours expire? Do you have the new license?
I did actually, mine just expired in 2020, so I updated it. Well, this is what's so annoying. So yes, I did update it to that, special fancy one, which now I'm gonna
Okay.
have to update it again because I'm, getting my name changed back to the
Yeah.
maiden name. So it's like gonna pay for that twice, but that's fine. This is
Uh,
I'm a good liberal. I'll pay my tax dollars and without
there you
complaints.
go. I tried to get mine last year and it just fell through. And then because my birthday was in April, they postponed everything because they shut down
Mm-hmm.
there. So I was able to wait. And then I ended up going there and I had, when they let us back in there, it was like a
Yeah.
4 hour wait. You remember we had to
Yeah.
register and I didn't have the right paperwork and I was like, screw it. I'm not going to go through this 4 hours again. Like, because
Yeah.
they had extended it until October of this year. And I just got a regular license. So now I got to go back. which is okay
Yeah,
because I gotta get a new address. So I'm okay.
there you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a little annoying, all the extra paperwork you have to do for the enhanced ones, but
Yeah.
I mean, I honestly like I don't really, so like I guess we can go into Canada with those without
Yes.
having Canada and Mexico without having a passport.
Correct.
So I guess that's a good thing, but like I'm, you know, I'm not going to Canada that frequently anymore because I'm not 19. So
I was just talking about when was the last time I was in Canada? I
yeah,
was 19.
right. Which
But
you
I would
can't
like
even
to go
do that
back as an
anymore.
adult because I'd like
Yeah.
to go and visit it.
Yeah. Well, you know that you can't do that anymore, right? Like
Yeah.
if you come into Ontario with an ID from the States, they make you be 21 to drink. They don't let you drink
Yeah.
at 19 anymore. It's like,
Crazy, right?
sorry, we ruined it for you.
We
We
did.
did.
Yeah.
We really did.
I remember we went there one time and Susan and I went to this little hole in the wall place. One of the best evenings I've ever had.
My
And we went
favorite kind
back
of
there like a couple
bars.
months later and we could not find this place. Like it just didn't exist. And we're
Yeah.
like, we know we were somewhere.
Right.
Where was it?
So
Now,
those little hole in the walls are my favorite kind of places.
I thought it was odd. Now, this was the 1900s, okay? But
Right.
they would let Susan into oh, I can't think of the name of the place now. Cheetahs.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
They would let Susan into Cheetahs, but they would not let me into Danny's.
Yes. Yeah. I don't know why. Yeah, it does seem,
It
you
was
know,
weird.
yeah, it seems like
For folks that
you
don't know, Cheetahs was a gentleman's club. Um
review, male
yeah,
review,
review,
strip
yeah.
club, basically.
Dancing. They danced.
Yeah.
And Danny's was the same thing, but geared more toward the female audience.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they wouldn't let guys into Danny's, but would let females into Cheetahs.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's the way the whole thing is the way people treat like women, women strippers or dancers versus men. Like, for women, it's like you want women to come in there and then like, participate with the
Right.
performers and that whole thing, but like yeah, when you go over into a male review, it's like the women who are seeing there, it's like, oh no, I don't want Dave up there with Magic
Right.
Mike, like get out of here.
That movie really, our conversations today. We've talked about strippers. We've talked about Jim and the holograms, Captain
It's all over
Power.
the place. It's all over the place. Happy Wednesday, folks.
Happy Wednesday. It's not even St. Patrick's Day yet.
It's not.
What are you doing,
Mm-mm.
St. Patrick? Are you drinking St. Patrick's Day?
What day of the week does it fall on? I don't
Doesn't
even
matter.
know.
It's St. Patrick's
Yeah,
Day.
it does. Oh,
It's
see, it's
Bloody
Wednesday. I have
Tuesday.
class. I have class till 9.
Laura,
So
Laura, you're never gonna have the first St. Patrick's Day after the pandemic ever again.
it's not after the pandemic. This is our
But
second St. Patrick's Day in the pandemic.
we have an opportunity that bars may be open and we can have green beer and
Yeah.
eggs.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So I went, it's restaurant week in Toledo. And so I had dinner with the parents last night and we picked up dinner from the Blarney. Um,
Okay.
Shepherd's pie stuffed baked potato. Fantastic. Fantastic,
Ooh.
let me tell you. And then it came with it was a green velvet cupcake a la mode. So good. Anyway, but when I was there picking up the food, they had their St. Patrick's Day stuff out, right? And one of the signs had a little like leprechaun on it, and he had a mask on, and he said, "Kiss me, I'm Irish and vaccinated." I died when I saw
Marketing.
the and vaccinated. I was like, dang, people made whole decorations for pandemic St. Patrick's Day. I love it. And
I do too.
another one was like, said something about having a socially distanced like shenanigans or whatever. It was so funny. I was cracking up at these signs last night.
Oh, that is funny. That is funny. Yeah, I'm excited for this. I'm excited for Mud Hens opening, right? They're
Yep.
doing opening week instead of an opening day.
Yeah. And, everybody's, it just got announced yesterday that they got pushed back a month. But like, let's be honest, that is the better thing because it is always like snowy on Mud Hens opening day anyway.
Yeah,
So pushing it back by a month, I'm not mad at because it
yeah.
makes it more likely that I'll go down for one of the games because it won't be cold.
Right. Listen, I was still gonna go because it was after my birth. It was the day after my birthday, so I was like,
Oh,
"Oh,
okay.
sweet! This is gonna be an awesome." I have Easter,
Yeah.
my birthday, and then opening day.
Oh
Oh,
my gosh. Look at you having
right?
a
I listen, I
fantastic
miss opening
weekend.
day.
I
Being
know.
a small business owner and my previous roles, I was very involved, with the chambers and networking groups. So everyone was downtown on that day,
Yeah. Yep.
networking, okay,
Hmm.
networking, and
Networking.
it was always a great time. And again, watching the game was good too. Okay, I mean it was, but it was that socialization and meeting up with someone that
Exactly.
maybe you didn't talk to for 6 months, right? And then that
Exactly.
reconnect. And it was just always nice. It was the one time that I drank when I went. So typically, if just, here's my secret, everybody. When I go to events, I will carry a glass and I will not drink. Okay,
Hmm.
but I carry a glass with me, and we'll go from there. Typically, I go to the bathroom and I pour it out and I put water in there and I'll drink the water. Why do I do that? I will tell you. Because if I consume too much alcohol, I love you. Okay.
I love everybody.
And if I love you, I'm hugging you. Okay. I'm I'm I like you. Okay. And I tell you things that you don't need to know. And I get a little sentimental. Okay, let's just say.
Yes.
So I typically don't drink. However, that evening I do, but I make sure I eat as well. Okay.
Yes.
Sadly, the reason why I do this is because of Mud Hens
Yeah.
2017. Okay.
Ah, yes. There's
I
always an
I was with the
opening day that
Oasis.
gets us.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
with the Oasis, and the transition just happened from me going to Oasis with Unify. So I was feeling good. It was my company now, right?
hmm.
Luckily, we were able to negotiate the lawsuit, and it has been sealed, and no one will know what happened. No. All kidding aside, when I drink, I do become very friendly, and I love people. So that's why I don't drink with in those kind of settings. But again,
Yeah.
Mud Hens I do, but I make sure I eat as well. So with saying that, um, I'm okay with it going to May as well. So that will give me some time. I now got to figure out what I got to do for the day after my birthday, because that was my go-to and my excitement and so
Well,
forth.
double check too, because I just saw it on a quick like headline last on an
Got it.
app alert yesterday. I didn't like read anything on it. So double check. It might just,
Okay.
it might be that they're moving it because what is it supposed to be? April?
April
Because I don't
6th.
April 6th.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, they might have they might I for some reason I thought it was like a week or so earlier than that. So
Mm-mm.
no, yeah, it might be May now.
Well,
Sorry.
listen, and
Happy
out there, if
birthday.
anyone wants to just watch baseball, okay,
Yeah.
invite me over. Okay, we'll, we'll have a couple drinks. I'm eating, so no
And
friendliness will happen.
eating. Right. So no unwanted hugging. I
Yeah, no
promise.
hugging. Of course, it is COVID, so that has allowed me not to be able to hug you, right?
I know. I
I know
know.
I went
That
to
I
go shake
can.
someone's hand and they went to go fist bump me. I was like,
Oh.
yeah, I was like, and then I was like, look, when that happened, I'm like, ha, paper covers rock.
Yeah, make it
Fun.
more awkward. That's what I would
Yeah,
do.
yeah,
That would be my move
yeah.
as
I
well.
totally, right. Or I was like, look, it's rain. And they're like, what the hell's rain? I'm like, I don't know. What
Just
is
made it
that?
up to try to make it over this awkward moment.
Right. Ooh, I'm getting a phone call on Facebook right now. I wonder who's calling me. So I
Oh,
have been wanting to
interesting.
talk about your shirt all day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi.
Talk to me about it. Where did you get it?
So a couple of friends of mine have been posting on their Instagrams that they are going through their like regular work closets and pulling out stuff that they haven't worn in a year.
Okay.
So that's what this is. This is a sweatshirt that I've had. I think I bought it for myself at Christmas. I have never worn it, so I'm trying to pull things out of the old closet and wear them up. So I don't know, it's either from Target or Old Navy,
Good for
if anybody
you.
wonders. But yeah,
I
just
love some Old Navy.
I know, yeah. I've just like I've gotten to the point in pandemic where like I do, obviously being comfortable is amazing, but also at the
Right.
same time, like I'm sick of wearing, sick of doing, sick of looking at the same thing. So it's like part of the, trying to change, change your spirits, change your surroundings, change what's on your body to make yourself feel better. So that's where we're at today.
Nice.
My friend, like I said, I was inspired by a couple of friends that decided to do that. And yeah, it really does. It makes the day feel different when like you're not sitting in a hoodie and a t-shirt all day, when you're actually
Right.
in like, a
I
little
wore a
bit
dress
more
shirt
professional.
with
Yes.
actual buttons, right?
You're good
Totally.
about that. You at least for when I see you on camera, you have dress clothes on. So
Only from the top up, right?
I mean,
Only from
right.
this, right? And sometimes like this shirt is too it's it's too big for me. So
It's too
sometimes I'll
big.
have to put a sweater on just to cinch in the waist. Because then on
Yes.
camera, that's why you'll see me try to do like different angles, right? Because I'm like, wait a minute, let me see what's going on. Now you know my secrets.
You're just giving all your secrets away today. You
All
better
of
watch
them.
out.
All of them. No, I like to at least look presentable, right? At least from here up, because you don't know what's happening all down below, right?
Nope. Nope.
I might be in white socks for all you know, right? Do people wear white socks anymore?
Yes. Actually,
Yeah.
that is one of the things that's like, that was a 90s trend of having the white and black tube socks pulled up and visible. So, of course, that is a trend for the teenagers right
Yeah.
now, because they're just doing everything we did in the 90s again. So, yes, the white tube socks on trend, on trend. Very risky business. It's all back. That's what I'm picturing right now with your
Right.
yeah. So so is Jackson Robert got he's got spring break then, right? Because the
He's
schools
got
have
his
not
spring
canceled
break
them.
until the
Yeah,
20.
till the end of the month.
Yeah,
But they haven't canceled spring breaks for the high grade schools and stuff like they did for the colleges.
not yet.
No.
Nope.
Yes. So for us, we don't in the college levels, they're not giving spring break this year. So they're giving like I think it's like 3 or 4 like long weekends. They're calling them like mental health days. And I definitely feel like I'm ready for another one. Even though we just had one.
Right.
Yeah.
No, yeah, but I took one last week. It was really nice.
Yeah. Little
I
mental
found this
health
really
day.
new feature on my phone called Do Not Disturb.
Oh
That,
yeah.
oh yeah, I like it. Um, so it's been really nice because then I could section out who I want to talk to, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's been nice and I don't have to worry about my emails and my Facebooks and
Yeah.
because if that goes off, I have to check it. Like I can't just ignore it. But if I
Yeah.
don't hear it, then it's okay.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, no, that do not disturb feature is beautiful for especially when you're trying to like, cut down your time on certain apps.
Right.
I know that's a big thing. That's one of the things. So do you have an iPhone or are you an
I
Android?
will refuse to go Apple products. I am Android. I will always
Android.
be Android.
So do they have, I don't know if on Android, they do on Apple, they'll send you a report at the end of on Sundays telling you your screen time, your weekly screen
Oh,
time.
I can go to my phone settings and see it.
Yeah.
So yeah. Oh, that I don't like to do that.
Oh, it makes you feel real bad every Sunday. It's like, so every Sunday it's like I'm gonna spend less time on my phone this week.
Right?
And then it never works out.
It never works out. Yeah, true story on that. True, absolute story on that.
So
Now,
what else
what
you
do you,
got going on this week?
we have our last soccer game. And then we're done with basketball. And so now we're down to just
Mm,
one soccer event a week. So
excellent.
yeah, we have like 2 weeks before we ramp back up.
And then what's the next sport?
He's gonna do another soccer, and then we're looking for
Okay.
traveling soccer.
Traveling soccer is yeah, that's a commitment for
Well, we
sure.
just did traveling basketball,
Oh boy.
which
Okay.
was pretty intense. He was on one traveling basketball teams and two soccer teams. So
Oh
now
my
we're going to be
gosh.
doing two soccer teams, one of which is going to be a traveling.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's going to be intense for sure for
Hmm.
him. But he's liking it, right? I mean, at the end of the day,
Yeah, that's all that
that's what
matters, as long as he's still enjoying the sport and it's not everything's not overwhelming to
for
him.
sure. I his mama and their family are very big sports people, right?
Okay.
And they coach from the sidelines.
Ah,
I do not. So it frustrates me, right? Because
yeah,
here's my opinion. And I'm not, I get why they do it, right? And they're not mean by it by no means. They're just
right.
very, very educated in the sports, right? They're come from a sports family and they go. And
Yeah.
luckily, we have all come to a conclusion that if he is on the field and he's getting overwhelmed, he will hold up his hand to let them know, stop it.
Mm,
Like you can't keep coaching
that's
me.
good.
Yes. So now I'm from the old school well, I guess not. I'm probably different than that. My parents coached me. So as soon as I got off the field, I had to hear it from them as well. So I
Yeah,
vowed that I'm going to be the parent. I'm not going to be the coach. So I don't do any of that. Like
that's
I'm
good.
like, have fun, cool beans.
Yeah,
Let's do it. Right. It is not my job to tell you how to play your game. I don't want you to have to look at me after you make a play. You should be looking at your coach, right? Because I'm not your
right.
coach. I'm your parent.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
with that being stated, we sit separately because it makes me angry, right?
Oh
Uh,
yeah,
it
it gets
does.
to you.
It does. It
Yeah.
makes me angry. So even though as much as I really would love to sit together, because I'm a firm believer that I want him to be able to look at one place for both of us,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I physically can't sit with them when they're coaching him because it makes me angry. And then it
Yeah.
makes them on edge because they can't be who they want to be, right?
Right.
Like, so it just doesn't, it's easier and we stay nicer with one another when we sit in separate areas.
And that's what's most important overall is that everybody stays nice with each
Yep.
other.
Yeah. But when the game's over, we all come together and we chat, you know what I mean? And so
Yeah.
forth. I mean, we have a good relationship in that aspect, but it's, yeah, sports is just, we have a different process when it comes
Yeah.
to sports.
Everybody's got a different idea.
Yeah.
See, luckily when I was doing sports as a kid, I was doing synchronized swimming. So, my parents
How did
were
I not
both
know
like,
that?
don't drown. That's our coaching.
I
Yeah, I
always
did
wanted to go to the
synchronized swimming.
Olympics being a synchronized swimmer.
Oh gosh. It's well, so what's crazy in Ohio is that down in Cincinnati, the Cincinnati Synchro Gators, they're a draw team for the national and Olympic team. So like the
Wow.
competition for synchronized swimming, at least when I, did this back in the 1900s, the competition was really, really tough. So like, going up against those girls from Cincinnati, it was like, if you beat one of them, that was like it made it for the whole team.
Yeah. Huh. It's crazy on how things have just we took for granted in school in our day and
Yeah,
age, and how different they are now.
right. For
Like, I
sure.
mean, something that was not popular in my day and age, um, prom proposals.
Yeah,
We never did prom proposals or
no,
homecoming proposals.
no.
When did that become a thing?
I don't know. It seems so stressful too. Like it seems like an unnecessary amount of stress to put on. Like I feel like asking someone out to a dance is stressful enough, and now
It's
you
an
need to like,
event. Like, that's an
yeah,
event.
and now you need to make it like this whole performance is like, oh my gosh, it's a lot.
Whatever happened
That's
to
a lot
saying,
of pressure.
hey, the dance is next week. You want to go?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
it's
And think,
homecoming, or it's
yeah,
Valentine's dance, and you are like decked out in 2 weeks worth of who you're gonna propose, who you're gonna ask, where you're gonna,
right.
who's gonna be there to watch it.
Exactly. Yeah. No, just the act, just the act of asking someone out is so like intimidating. Why we need to make it more difficult and put like, performance measures on it too. Oh,
Right.
I don't know. I definitely don't know. So how was that? I know I was being I went to an all girl school, and so we didn't really like, like we had dances and stuff, but everybody just like brought their boyfriends or whoever or friend groups or whatever. Um, but like what did you have dances in high school? How was that
Oh
being
yeah,
the
we
one
had
to like
dances.
how was that to be the one to actually have to ask the date out? Like, is it as nerve wracking as I would
um
think it is?
so I went to a really super small school. Well, let's actually, you know what, give me 45 seconds, my alarm is going off.
Oh,
You
okay.
don't hear it?
I do, but like, it kind of sounded like a children's toy. So I was
Yeah.
like, I don't know, maybe like Rocco got a new toy and he's setting it off.
It's funny. So in Virginia, I went to Lake Taylor, normal high school, like 500 people in your graduating class, kind of a thing. I ended up going to prom and homecoming with my girlfriends, but they went to different schools, different high
Oh,
schools.
okay.
So they asked me, obviously, and then my proms, I was in London, and my graduating class was 43 people.
Oh
Right?
my gosh.
So
Okay.
we were already matched up.
Yeah.
Right? Um, so I mean, we just brought who we wanted. Um, and then after prom, we went to Paris.
Oh, okay. As one does.
Yeah. What did you
As
do? The
one does.
casino in your gym?
No.
Did you do a
Right. I
casino?
was going to say after prom, we went to the Owens Community College Rec Center. So
And you were locked in.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, they locked us in for sure. Yeah. Uh, well, but see, and here's and of course, and you'll remember this part of my personality at that age. I was 18 at the time because I turned 18. My birthday's in November, so I had an early birthday in the school year. So by the time May came around, and they're locking us in at the rec center, and I remember looking at my boyfriend at the time and being like, we're not doing this. Like, I'm not sleeping on the floor here.
Yeah.
So we just like, and he was 18 too. So we both go to leave and they're like, no. And I'm like, yeah, see, here's the thing. I'm an adult now. So like, bye. Like,
Yeah.
and we just left and like went, and we didn't do anything bad. We just like went to my mom's house and watched movies and fell asleep there. But it's like,
Right.
yeah, but yeah,
Yeah. I'm
very
18. I'm
my
not sleeping on a gym
yeah,
floor.
yeah. I'm like, I'm 18. Why am I doing this?
Why
Bye.
are you doing it at 17? Why do they make
Yeah,
this? Why do they make 16 and 17-year-olds dress up in all of this gear to make them look older, to an
yeah,
event to again push them into adulthood?
yeah.
Why is that a
It's all
tradition?
very yeah, it's all very like patriarchal and heteronormative and very, very like when you think about it, it's weird. It's very weird stuff. And it's like my niece goes to the Toledo Early College High School.
Okay.
So like, their experience is very different and they don't really like have dances per se, like other schools do. They have homecoming, but I don't even know if they have prom, because by the time at her school, by the time those kids are seniors in high school, they are only taking college classes at
Yeah.
UT. So like they don't, they're hanging out with college kids. They don't really care about a high school prom at that point. So it's interesting when you change the dynamics, those things don't actually become that important to the kids. And I really do think that so many of the things that we make such a big deal about the high school experience is really just adults projecting their crap onto kids. Like, I don't think kids actually, if not given the pressure from adults to do X, Y, or Z, I wonder how much, kids would, care about any of that
Yeah.
stuff anyway.
No, you're true. I mean, it's just another way to spend more money, right?
Right,
And build
for
into
sure.
the myth of
Oh
everything
my
being okay
gosh.
at the end of the episode.
Exactly. Yeah, the amount of times that people will say like high school and college are supposed to be the best years of your life, and you're just like, oh, really?
Yeah, this is the
No
best.
way.
Like this is
Yeah.
the
But also
yay.
like how that's like just a sad commentary, because I would think the best years of your life should be when you have autonomy to make your own choices and fulfill your own destiny and make life what it is. Like, when you're in high school and college, you're still pretty much just under the direction of other people for the most part.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you're just trying to follow the trend, right? No matter how
Hmm.
original you are, you're still a copy. You haven't found
Yeah.
out, I don't care who you are, what you do, you have not found out who you are at 18. Because if you
No.
have, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, and honestly, in life is a journey. The whole concept of like finding yourself, it's like, okay, but you have to find yourself in your different seasons, because who yourself at 18 versus yourself at 28 versus yourself at 38 versus yourself at 48, those are all very different people.
They sure are. They should be.
And exactly, that's what I was going to say, is it should be. If you're still, the same person that you were at 18 as you are at 48, is like, whoo, buddy.
Yeah, then there's an opportunity somewhere, if you're
Yeah,
the same person, for
for
sure.
sure.
But this world is changing, so how can you not?
Yeah. I right. That's how people can remain stagnant in a world, and in this time where everything changed. Not only is it changing, but changing so quickly too. That's really, can go through everything that we've got and remain a stagnant person, that I think that you're just like rejecting a lot of the stuff,
Yeah,
the experiences in the world around you.
it's all about experiences. And the
It
moment you
is.
forget that, um,
And
you
embracing
forget
them.
life. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's rough.
Embracing experiences.
It's a good thought process. Well,
Yeah,
listen, it's that time, Laura. How did
it
that happen so quick?
is. I'll tell you what, we can make it a fun time with a guest or without a guest. It's,
Right?
you and I can do it all.
We can listen, we should do like a 5 hour. Who would listen to us for 5 hours?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe somebody would. I don't know.
Somebody. Yeah, they're like, we're just gotta listen to them, see what they're doing. So well, listen, Laura, why don't you go ahead and take us out?
Thanks everybody for tuning in this week. This is Brian J and Laura Lee. It's Connecting Communities. We'll see you back here every Wednesday. You can find me on Toledo Talks on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter,
Twice a
and
week.
twice a week. And you can find Brian wherever you find C2. And we'll see you next week. Bye.